And like, what does that even mean, dog person? And he says,
like, I didn't miss one. The only thing I could think of is you're just supposed to go faster.
it's possible you're supposed to go faster,
or maybe pace it out to make it more...
Possibly, or even like just do it again and again.
Yeah, but this helmet...
Yeah.
It's got poops in it.
So they get into this a little bit in the side story that we won't really get to experience, but the Kingdom of Alexandria that we're in right now, it's run by women. Like, its army is entirely women. The only male soldiers are these idiots in the background, the Knights of Pluto.
The Steiners?
Under Steiner's command. And like, there's cookie crumbs in my pockets, Blank says, of this uniform he stole.
His pet frog or something?
There are these little bugs in this game called like oglops or something, and everyone's creeped out by them. And they have their own card. But Steiner's bros are just the biggest losers. And all the women who wear these leotards are just like, man, those fucking losers.
Maybe, so I was going to comment on Steiner's eyeliner.
Uh-huh.
But maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, it's just a thing to do because it's such a, you know, female...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you'd call it. Like just a... Women run the shit.
It's a matriarchal society.
So maybe that kind of stuff just seeps into their society. It's like, hey, we all just wear eyeliner because there's a lot of women here and they wear it and it looks good.
And they're the competent ones.
And the women soldiers are wearing like nothing around their butts.
They're wearing nothing. They're all cosplaying as Cammy all day.
We have to have the most toned butts and legs to be in this this army.
Well, otherwise he wouldn't be able to function properly because he'd be too self-conscious the whole time.
Wait, so what did I do wrong last time?
Nothing. I think you have to go upstairs.
Oh shit.
Oh, who is this? They look like a protagonist.
She sure is dressed funny. I hope it's not the princess.
I like that. I didn't notice this until now, but I like that her cloak that she's wearing is a traditional white mage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everything about 9 is a throwback to the rest of Final Fantasy before. Like, this was the Final Fantasy... This is the world of Final Fantasy before World of Final Fantasy, more or less. Where I feel like they knew going into the PlayStation 2 era, which the PlayStation 2 came out in 2000, they must have been working on 10 already. Like, they must have known that things would have to change once they got to 10, but they wanted one last hurrah for everything that had come before.
Guys, everything's about to change.
Yeah.
Everyone likes real violent and realistic things. So let's just go all out.
Or it's like, we can't quite make Final Fantasy the way we had made Final Fantasy before. It just won't work on what people expect with the new consoles and all the power and what it can render. Ugh, Queen Braun. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is she the clown from It? So all throughout this game, there are just throwbacks of the little bits. Even Rufus's theme from Final Fantasy VII makes a brief appearance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This music's so good. Jim uses the background music in Jimquisition for years. Until he was like, I really should pay someone to make me a song. Yeah. Fucking Zorn and Thorn.
There's always these two kind of...
There's always like a couple of weirdos.
Yeah.
Sometimes the weirdos in Final Fantasy can be hit or miss. Like, just go super weird with them and don't bother explaining it.
I feel like Rude and Reno were the good weirdos.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah. Especially with Elena being in the background is this kind of like earnest but bumbling counter to them.
The 2 and 8 that I can't remember.
Fujin and Raijin.
Yeah. I could take them or leave it.
Oh, because they just have very... One of them just says, you know, after every sentence, and the other mostly just says single-word sentences. And it's like, what's that all about?
But the weirdos in 8 that I liked were those 2 soldiers that finally quit their jobs at the end.
Yeah. Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Where they're just like, fuck this. Beatrix, you got the best hair.
Yeah, Beatrix is awesome.
Yeah. Like, she's the version of Steiner that you wish you had on your party.
Instead, we got Steiner.
Yeah.
Who's only slightly more competent than the other men.
Steiner, who has this iron sword.
I like, so the great thing about introducing the whole pick your name for Steiner was that she can't even be bothered to remember the name of her captain.
Yeah, that's a good little point. I love when they manage to find ways to organically introduce that. And then, especially if they can roll it into a character moment like that.
Because she was like, oh yeah, like, what is Beatrix, a general or something? She was like...
Yeah, Beatrix is the general
like
of
General
all...
Beatrix, and then Captain, whatever the fuck your face is.
Oh god. The fucking... Oh, the Knights of Pluto. All present and accounted for. There's like 9 of them. Like, they can't even count.
It's hiding.
No.
Hiding their wiener shame.
Yeah.
You go yell at them while they change.
Well, they're bare-assed. There's nothing... Look, I went to Marine Corps boot camp. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than getting yelled at when you're bare-assed.
Man, that happened when I worked in the mine, too.
Yeah?
It's like they do that on purpose, and it's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like they know you're naked, and they're like, I'm gonna come down and bitch at you now, because that's how I feel like a man.
I don't know. I feel like in my adult life, outside of the military, if for some reason I was in a position where I was taking a shower and some dude was able to yell at me, I'm not gonna mind. Just stand wide-legged.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just let it hang.
I would start, like, doing things that
Just
would
start
make
doing
them
squats.
uncomfortable. Like, put the one foot on the bench and kind of do the stretch.
And lean on it.
What am I should have paid attention instead of talking about wieners. And...
Yeah, well, that's our problem, isn't it? I think you got... From here... From here, I think you have to go downstairs? Yeah, because that's where Zidane and the White Mage went.
And it doesn't totally fucking hurt to backtrack in this game.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it doesn't... You don't sit there and go, oh my god, I can't believe I walked through that portal and
loading
I
time,
back around.
Yeah, so far loading times are really good. Hurrah. You're already the laughingstock. You're already the laughingstock.
Well, I kind of do want to sit.
Hagen is on the trail. And his Dawes. Well, she's not inside this gate.
I can do the job of this gate. Isn't that gate doing the job for you? No. Please don't fire me. I have a family.
That one Knight of Pluto is desperately trying to talk up one of the Alexandrian soldiers. It's just like, come on, man. They just let you chuck-a-fucks walk in off the street.
You're here so they don't die first.
You're here so they have someone to absorb the AoE from the boss. And I'm gonna hop in the back row. You eat this for me, okay? At least this one is exercising.
At my age. What are you? Oh.
One of you is just an old-ass man. I'm Brybrecht! Oh, I was the first Knight of Pluto! All the way back in 73!
I am Pluto!
That's before the war, though. Oh, God.
Fatigue rears its ugly head. You ran upstairs, man. Oh my gosh. This cartoon.
I know. The physical comedy that Final Fantasy incorporates from time to time is wonderful. I feel like someone involved with Final Fantasy since the beginning, or at least since 5, must have had an appreciation for like classic physical comedy. Because at least as far back as 5, they've had just goofy moments where sprites like overreact and over-emote. And they do stuff like that.
Steiner's face.
Yeah.
Like, I love that Garnet was like, holding onto it behind her back just to freak him out.
Yeah.
And the character animation is fantastic.
It's,
like it was such a cute, like flirty smile, and then she's like, "I know you're gonna flip out when I do this." Little twitch. There it is.
Yeah. Because that's what sells it, right? Just a little bit of animation, so you know that they're conscious. It's not just a dead frame.
There isn't just poop running down his leg.
Yeah. I guess they're not alligator people. They're just weird fucking freaks, and one of them seems to be Harry Potter.
What the hell are these people?
Well, it's Polka. Anything else that shouldn't exist in our world?
Or maybe you'd like some country music.
It's weird that Ruby has blue hair and is also hot.
Yeah.
And is from the South?
Yeah, that's exactly like stuff that comes from places that shouldn't exist.
Hold your horses. There are no horses in Final Fantasy.
Korean barbecue's delicious.
What? This sign just says Texas. It just says Texas.
He's just got so many ladies.
Ruby, we'll talk about the abortion later, okay? I gotta go. And then at the very end of the game, Garnet's like, "Hey, did you say something about an abortion to Ruby?" "No."
Nah, forget about that. And then cut to the end.
Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I do. I got these cards.
Yes. Wait, is this whole game just Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm actually a broom.
You're making my job so easy. Zidane's like, women just throwing themselves at me so I can capture them. It's crazy.
That's this hot bot of mine. And then it does a John Crickfalusi cut to his...
super scrawny.
His 13-year-old body with his gigantic arms and wrists.
And, like, you can see his ribs through his skin.
Yeah.
And he's really pale. He's got that kind of body going on. And then there's this...
his gross
raggedy tail. Yeah, in the background.
It's my friend Cinna. Cinna looks like he should be cutting his mixtape right now. Something about that beard he's got going. I wash up every morning, you know. Granted, it's only a French shower, but still. That's where you get the hot spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they... There's another term for it. I've heard it's like a whorehouse.
A whorehouse. I was using the French one because the one that comes to mind, I think my gunnery sergeant used when we were in Afghanistan, and it's like a French whorehouse or something. Quit climbing the safe. Will I be able to breathe? No.
You thought this might happen, so you developed a secret hatch?
Which operates either via a secret button that anyone could step on, or via voice-activated technology.
And it's not like it closes itself,
No.
so you really fool them. That's effectively a door.
Yeah, you just have to hope that
well, there you go.
You have to hope that your followers are grossly incompetent and wearing huge armor.
Captain, sir, they're tickling my bottom. I can't leave.
Oh, they're beating the shit out of me with a broom.
And he just relaxes. Ha ha. Now I don't have to do work.
Okay, no, that's actually one of your guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Blank is wearing it.
right.
Okay.
But he probably did what a Knight of Pluto would actually
do.
No, I don't have to do
I mean, hell,
anything.
Steiner didn't call him out on it.
He expected. He was like,
Yeah.
what? You don't act like this normally.
Look at this nice little machine.
Yeah.
Just this nice little few frames of animation, and it looks real good.
This little fucking machine.
All of this to move one dildo.
Seems really...
It's amazing how far we've come. Now that you can just strap a bad dragon to a sawzall. This is your finest hour. In the entire history of the Knights of Pluto,
Yeah.
I don't know how long it is, but still, their finest hour is we save the princess who willingly walked into this situation from 3 semi-competent thieves.
Finest hour, gentlemen. And it wasn't even his men.
No.
His men, their finest hour has yet to come.
Yeah. I think you can steal from Steiner as well.
Let's just give it right back to him
Yeah.
later. What you got, Steiner? Leather hat.
That's nice.
And now I wonder if that... I doubt it, but it would be great if that immediately lowered his defense.
Oh, yeah. They do that occasionally, but I can't... Well, I say they. I don't know if they've ever done that in a Final Fantasy. I do know that in Tactics, you can completely cheese a boss fight because the guy you have to fight is in your party, like, right before you fight him. And so just before you go on that mission, you unequip him of everything, and then when the fight starts, he has nothing. And then you just tear him apart.
That's funny. And that's good to get back at the games that do the bullshit thing where you load a character up with everything.
And then they disappear.
Yeah. And then you're like, good, I'm glad I put everything I own on them.
Uh-oh. Steiner's getting serious. Oh, the frame rate died.
And it's just those things?
Yeah, those bugs. Oglops. They're like the cutest bugs, though. When you get their card, you look at them and they just look like big ladybugs with a flawn's body. Oh, you're the cutest buggo ever. Why does everyone hate you? Although it's weird to me that Blank is running around because he's on account of him being afraid of them when he was just wearing a uniform full of them. Also, they seem to have owl faces. How cute is that bug?
I was gonna say they're either owl faces or like little skull faces.
Yeah.
Either way, awesome. Cute little skull faced bugs. Maybe Blank was just trying to capture them all back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me stuff these back down my drawers for safekeeping. Cornelia. I try and remember. I think that was a kingdom from Final Fantasy 1, if I remember correctly. I'm sure there's just a list of past Final Fantasy references in this game. Like this from Final Fantasy 1 is referenced. This is from Final Fantasy 2. Yeah, there's that backhand.
I love how fast this whole intro is just moving and how it's all so well connected. Like
Yeah.
the trapdoors and everything. Like storyboarding this out must have been a fucking blast. Like mapping out everything. Okay, then they're gonna take those. They're gonna swing down from here down into there. And
Like 8 was so full of strangely disjointed moments that I wonder if it was just unfinished.
Steiner's so confused.
Oh yeah.
And all he just wants to do is not fuck it up.
Yeah. Look at this posture. That's perfect. And Garnet knows the play because she's one of those nerd princesses. She's just like, I'm gonna read romantic stories all day.
I am trapped here.
It's a terrible existence, but I get to read a lot.
Pass out drunk in the sun.
Oh God.
She's just living that Billy Madison life.
I want to see that fan art of Garnet just in the pool, passed out, drunk.
As Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a good stabby. Oh no!
Oh,
he gave
no.
her a good stabby instead. Steiner! He doesn't know what's going on.
No. He's selling it though. He's selling it.
Steiner, you did really great out there. How'd you do it?
What acting? Marcus, I secretly loved you. Then Zidane kills himself. And then the king, I loved all three of you. I hope we could work something out. Stabs himself.
And then the queen looks around and finds like a butter knife because there's gotta be some butter nearby. And she just like looks around.
There's gotta be some butter nearby, but I don't think she needs a knife.
She just looks around and stabs into her big meaty thigh, and shrugs her shoulders because she doesn't get what it's all about.
Yeah.
And they're just here enjoying the fuck out of it.
Hey, you damn kids! That's what Knights of Pluto are used for, chasing down damn kids who are watching the show without a ticket.
Not only are they watching the show without a ticket, they got in front of everybody else who paid. They have the best seats.
In the whole house.
And Vivi's pointy hat's like right in front of everyone.
Yeah.
He's that asshole who's always in the front.
Uh-huh. The tall guy at the concert who just feels need to stand up front.
Hey, I can't help it that I'm so tall. Well, I know.
Vivi, don't throw fire at strangers. It is strange to me that Garnet would just have some ratty-ass overalls hanging out in her cupboard somewhere. Like, look at those clothes. There are patches on those.
She probably, by watching plays and stuff, was like, I'm going to put together this outfit because it'll help me pass off as a regular old scamp.
Uh-huh. And she's walking around with sacks full of gold, just basically Jack... the last name of the guy from 30 Rock. Donaghy?
Oh, yeah.
Just Jack Donaghy her way through the world. Like, she brings up a bag of potatoes, and she's like, how much is this? Is it like $400? Sure. Here you go.
Money just doesn't mean anything. The last battle time.
Mm-hmm. Except now we have mages and special effects.
Ooh, and white magic. Yeah. And summons.
Yeah.
But you can't use those.
Can't use any of them. The explanation they'll give in a little while is that you can't use those because their MP cost is so high, but when you relearn them later, spoiler, they'll have a fraction of that MP cost. The thing is, Garnet is supposed to be afraid of her inner power, and so she has like a mental block going on, which is why they cost so much. If you level her up enough that she has enough MP, though, she can cast them right now.
Oh.
I did it once as a kid when I played through this game. Like, I'm gonna find out. Just gonna level up in this dumb tunnel till I have enough MP.
I wish Steiner was like really bummed out whenever Garnet attacks him.
Like, come on, princess, helping you.
Does like 2 damage, and he's just like, oh, why?
Something I love about this one, which was lost in 7 and 8, is that each of your characters has unique abilities, which differentiates them. So that you actually have to consider, well, how do I want to build my party?
Yeah.
You even have 2 choices of white mage / summoners because they have different loadouts in terms of the spells they can cast. We're rad. Who's rad? We're rad. Rad. Oh god, I'm 5 hours deep into that Final Fantasy VII speedrun from Awesome Games Done Quick. Holy shit. Crazy. I was wrong. They don't pair Tifa's... They don't give Tifa her perfect accuracy weapon in Deathblow. They just... they rely on the RNG for Deathblow to make it hit. What they do, though, is they give her a weapon called Power Soul that you get very early, which I didn't know this. It straight up multiplies her damage by 2 for like each status ailment on her.
Oh.
So they give her multiple status ailments, and at one point they get her up to like 16 times attack power. So even though she's only like level 20, she's still critting for 5,000 damage. So very early on, if she does get a crit with that death blow, which you can basically guarantee a crit with it, you just rip apart enemies. And later on they pair it with the cut as well materia, so that even if death blow misses, she's still going to get a bonus attack afterwards.
I love this. I love that they actually launched a bomb.
Yeah, that they've weaponized bombs. They did that in 4, actually.
It's funny to me that they had all these harpoons and a cannon just waiting.
Just in case.
And they're going through, like, great lengths to keep her from going. Like, they're killing people and destroying part of the city. Like, what do they hope the outcome is for taking this ship down? That it's just not going to kill everyone? And there we go. I just wanted to see if that was
Yeah.
thing to do, and it is.
Also, they've made the UI very unobtrusive in this one. It's still big because there's a certain amount that you just need to get on screen, and they only have so much space for it. But compared to 7 or even 8, 8 had 8 had less going on in general, but it looked bad. It was ugly.
It was so distracting.
Yeah.
This you can kind of more or less ignore it. It's just kind of gone if you don't want it to be.
And you can always, what was that? You hit select and it brought that help. Yeah. Whenever you're like, what does this do? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's see help. Okay, attack. Oh, nice.
And if you do that and if you do that over specific abilities, it'll be like, oh, this does this. Like, well, how exactly does 6 dragons work? Okay, that's what it does. Steiner, for fuck's sake. Like, that thing can't be quiet.
I like how we still have the special effects.
Yeah. Just for funsies, you know? Throw meteors at each other. Oh, now you see it. The other thing they do for the FF7 speedrun is that until they escape Midgard, they basically just rely on the grenade item.
Nice.
Which I never considered. They just buy a huge stack of them and they just spam that at bosses. And they do a guaranteed, basically 140 damage each, which is a lot for that point in the game.
Now, wouldn't that bomb have, like, hurt Garnet? I mean, what was
Probably.
she expect? Like, what was she trying to accomplish?
It's unclear. I mean, I think maybe she was hoping to just, like, blow up the ship a little bit. Just a little bit. Blow it up.
There goes, like, a small family.
Yeah. But then the ship would, like, crash onto the city, and they could be like, well, she probably survived. Let's go grab her.
It's like the opposite of that problem of, like, okay, here's the bad guy. Hero needs to just put a bullet in their head.
Yeah.
But they don't want to kill a person, but then that person goes and kills, like, 18 people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to save this one person, but you're doing so much damage. Just let them take her away for a minute, then figure it out. It's falling.
Yeah.
Shit.
And by this point, they've really gone hard on not only the pre-rendered backgrounds, but also...
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, I love this. The way characters interact in the pre-rendered backgrounds. I love that it appeared to be like a whole sea underneath you, and it's like, no, it's just this weird dense fog. And underneath that, there's a whole world